been so excited to have all of these young people really pursue their skills as writers. And of course, that's what the center is really all about, to explore oneself and to develop in terms of storytellers. John Steinbeck was certainly an example of somebody who came from a small town here in Salinas, but who did incredible things that had impact on the whole world. And these young people will have an impact on the entire world if they choose to. So we honor them and their contribution today. And we're so thrilled to be working in this partnership and hope that this will continue for a long, long time, and that you will all continue writing and exploring stories here at the National Steinbeck Center and outside of the Steinbeck Center.
Mo looked back at the old cave for the last time and then started walking down the cliff towards the valley. She walked for miles until the sun came up and hit her eyes to blind her. Suddenly, a loud screeching noise filled the sky. Mo looked up and saw a great falcon sitting on a branch. "What is wrong, dear friend?" Mo asked. She was still smiling of her good fortune of seeing her old friend again. "Do you not hear, cave girl? Be still and listen," the great bird whispered. Mo shut her mouth tight and stopped breathing. In the bushes behind her, she could see 2 pairs of yellow eyes staring back at her.
The creature lumbered on. His quest was to find a working vehicle that would save him from the planet. The creature stepped on a particularly hard piece of ash. The creature had a quick, methodical thought and hammered the unusual object with his frontal claw. The sound that emerged was like a musical note to the creature. The sound was that of hollow metal. The object slowly stopped reverberating. The creature began to excavate the peculiar object. He found with great excitement.
Now that my little sister had arrived, no one paid attention to me anymore. I no longer felt important, like I wasn't a member of the family. I started to feel invisible. The next morning I woke up to the sound of raindrops falling from the cloudy sky. Right then, it was clear to me that I wasn't going to live my life being invisible, so I packed my bags and ran away. As I ran out the door and down the wet streets, I thought about what leaving really meant. It meant that I had just left my family and my home. I abandoned everything I knew to be mine, but I wasn't going to turn back, at least not now. My journey was just beginning.
Mother says time is important and can't be wasted. She says that it is a way to live, a way to stay focused. She says that it is a way to choose what is important and right instead of what is unnecessary and wrong. She says that you can never know when your time will be up.
You know, the thing about going on a noble quest is sometimes you don't feel so noble. And the truth is, most of the time you're just pulling your hair out, hoping against hope, wishing against so-called destiny, that life is like my old video game, where you can just press the freaking restart button and make everything right again. That's what James was thinking. He had been feeling very courageous, going on a quest to track down the murderer that ruled the newspapers. The excitement and adrenaline was roaring inside him like a fire, so that he felt as if nothing could stop him in the whole world from being the hero. It was a perfect mixture of pride and anger that made the fire inside him grow to the size of a bonfire.
My grandfather's journey kept going on, and the ship landed on Angel Island without a family, without belongings, and he wasn't going to stay with his aunt anymore. So he went and found a job at 8 years old. A nice man at a restaurant let him work there and sleep there. That's what his life was like until he was 12. Until finally he was reunited with his mom and some of his brothers and sisters. So in the end, his mom came, leaving his dad back in China. He never went home again, but his family was here, so he was home.
And so, with every generation, they would become smarter and more dangerous. After all, they were a violent race, and they used most of their intelligence on tactics to destroy their enemies. The demon gods were more than satisfied with their progeny, and naming them humans, they set them free in the land of mortals. And the demon gods watched from hell in delight as the race grew, and prospered. At the news of the new race, the angelic gods became infuriated. Their laws prohibited them from bringing extinction upon a whole race of species. So they did the next best thing. In order to prevent a similar event from occurring in the future, they imprisoned the demon gods in 18 small ember stones. The ember stones were scattered all over the three worlds, hell, heaven, and earth.